Hello traders, Rich here and hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Many members ask me about coins like this one, XLM, XTM and FTM. So we've got 4 instruments and we'll cover them all in this video. So make sure to watch it till the end, and of course I'll try to make it as detailed and educational as possible. So let's get started. The first one is, I don't know how to call it, COTI or COTI, but anyway, we are in a bullish trend, right? And we've got this very strong demand area as price made an aggressive movement upward from it. So this one acts as a rejection area where we'll be looking for trend continuation, bullish setups, in this case as we are in a bullish market. So that's what we know from daily time frame. That's when we zoom into lower time frames to see if we can add any more confluence. And of course, as price approaches this area, we'll be looking for buy setups. And the reason why it's a very strong area, as we also have this non-horizontal support, as you can see, this brown trend line. So this exact spot or around here, anyway, this entire area is a very strong area to look for buy setups, because we've got the intersection of this demand, as you can see, and this non-horizontal support, right? So waiting as price approaches this area, we'll be looking for buy setups. Now we know what's in the market, we can zoom into our time frames and look obviously for buy setups. We can see that we are, from a short-term perspective, overall bearish. Price is making low lows and lower highs, and we are currently, as you can see, impulse corrective. We're currently in the impulse phase, and you don't want to buy a bearish market, right? That's why we always wait for the buyers to prove that they are taking over. For now, the sellers are in control, and even if it's from a short-term perspective, but they are in control now. So we'll be waiting for the momentum to be shifted. We'll be waiting for the buyers to prove to us that they are taking over by breaking above the previous high. So high, lower high, right? Low, now it's making a low low because we are already in the impulse phase and the bearish impulse phase. So for now, we're waiting for price to approach, as mentioned previously, the demand area. Then we'll be waiting for price to form a new or a third swing high, because now we've got only two, 1, 2 to draw the trend line, which is not valid yet. It's still an idea. For the trend line to be valid, it has to connect at least 3 swing highs. That's why we're waiting for the swing high to form, and then we will buy on spec upward, because we do have this supply, this non-horizontal support, and of course, as you can see, we have this channel. And of course, this one doesn't have to follow my purple projection exactly. This is just what I would like to see. What I care about is for price to form a new swing high. So that's why I drew it like this, because we want to see a new swing high. And of course, this one can still be like this or like this, right? Because it's a zone. So when a new swing high is formed, we will adjust our trend line accordingly. For now, let's wait for a new swing high to form and then try to connect it to this trend line, and then we'll enter buy on spec upward. That's for this one. Let's go to the next one, XLM. Yes, let's do it. Perfect. Let's start with a weekly time frame. I guess I did this one before, so that's why you can see already I have my drawings here. So we've got, I don't want to see this one from daily, right? Here we go. So this one is clearly in a bullish trend, and we're currently in the corrective phase. So impulse, corrective, impulse, and as usual, you can see price retests the previous high, impulse, now price is retesting the previous high. That's why we are looking for buy setups first. Second, because we have this non-horizontal support. So 1, 2, this one is for overall direction and acts as a non-horizontal support, and this one acts as a non-horizontal resistance, and of course an overbought area in this case. So now what we know, we've got many info from daily time frame, right? We've got the previous high, price is retesting it. We've got this one, and we also have a demand area as price made an aggressive movement upward from it. That's why this is a very strong area to look for buy setups. And of course, if price breaks it downward, then a movement to our next demand and previous high would be expected. So that's what we know from daily time frame. Now we'll zoom into lower time frames to look for more confluences or to get a better idea. We have this one from H4. I drew this one when price was around here. So we've got this 1, 2, and 3, and I was personally waiting for a break above this last swing high because this was the last swing high to enter a buy. However, as you can see, price went down. I didn't buy it because price didn't break above this one and formed a new swing high. So now that's our updated what I call trigger swing, and we are waiting for a break above it to buy. So for now, what I'm waiting on XLM is a momentum candle close above this area to buy. And of course, it would be a very, very good spot because we've got many, many rejections from it. And the risk to reward would be very good as the stop loss would be just below the previous low. And of course, if price goes down from here, maybe we'll try to draw new trend lines. In this case, as price can still go down. Yes, I'm sorry, I have a problem with the camera. Let me turn it off and on again. Let's try. Great. Okay, so if price goes down from here, then of course we'll adjust accordingly. This is just as per the current market conditions. We'll be waiting for this one to break higher to buy XLM. If price goes down, we will not buy. Just like here, I didn't buy because price didn't break above the last swing high. If price goes down, then of course we'll draw new trend lines and we'll try to find a better entry. What we care about is the buyers to prove to us that they are taking over. And for now, we can clearly see that price is just making lower highs. Here, price didn't break above the last high, made an equal high. So we are still overall bearish, right? So long story short, I'm waiting for this one. Unless price goes down, we'll be looking for new buy setups. Unless price breaks it downward, then a movement till our lower support would be expected. Next, we also have XEM and we also have XEM and FTM. Just before we continue, I want to share the good news. I recently had a deal with PrimeXBT for you guys to benefit from discounts and bonuses. When you create an account, simply go here, promo code, and copy and paste this one. I also included in the description below. And you will get a 50% bonus on your first deposit, or signal is 25, and you will get 25% discount on your trading fees. Moreover, they do have a very interesting feature, which is called convesting, where you can copy other traders. So for example, you like this one who has very good results and daily profits, simply click on follow and you will copy every single trade that he takes. If you don't have an account yet, I will make sure to include the link in the description below. And let's continue. That's it. And yes. I didn't find anything to mention on lower time frames, but since some of you guys asked me about this one, so I included it. So anyway, we can see that from daily time frame, this one is overall bullish as well, but we had this aggressive corrective movement, and which is something good for those who didn't enter here yet, as price is currently approaching a very strong area. It's a demand area, right? And the demand would start from here. We also have a round number 0.3 here and 0.2 around here. So this entire area is a very good area to look for buy setups. And if we zoom out, of course, if price breaks it downward, then the next support would be around here, around maybe 0.08 or even. So starting from here to here, from 0.05, of course, till 0.08. But anyway, we will not draw it for now, as price is currently approaching the upper one. So let's wait for it to approach, or let's wait. We can look for buy setup starting from now, but price for now didn't form because we had an aggressive movement downward. We can't draw any trend lines yet, And if we can try to draw a trend line, we can see that the trend line is very steep, right? So this one, for example, we'll be waiting for price to form a new swing around it, and then we will buy on break upward. But of course, it would be better if price would dive in a little bit more, form a new trend line or a double bottom or any bullish reversal pattern to confirm that the buyers now are taking over. As you can see, now we are overall bearish. Price is making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and so on. So we are overall bearish, and you don't want to buy a bearish market. Always wait for a shift momentum. Don't try to catch the exact tops and bottoms. Last but not least, we have FTM. I didn't draw anything yet there, so let's do it together. It would be a good practical example. Perfect. So from daily time frame, we can see that this one is overall bullish, and we are currently in the corrective phase. And when we are in corrective phase, we look for trend following setups. So bullish, right? We look for trend following buy setups, and of course, it would be in this case a reversal bullish setup. So in a downtrend, in a short-term downtrend, we'll be looking for reversal bullish setups to catch the next impulse movement. So if we zoom into H4 time frame, we can see that here we've got a very strong demand area, right? As price made an aggressive movement upward from it, and currently price is retesting it. So, and let me draw it as a level. I don't want to mess to draw anything on the chart. So let's make it 0.3. Yes, it should be fine. So, but you know that it's an entire area, just like, for example, like this. Okay, so for now, we'll be looking for buy setups as mentioned previously, because price is approaching a very strong demand area, and we also have small round numbers here. Of course, if price breaks it down, then a movement down would be expected till around this area, which is also a minor demand area. But let's take it step by step. For now, price is approaching this area, so we'll draw. And of course, we can see that we are overall bearish, right? So price is making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So until the buyers break above the previous high, would be overall bearish, and this one can still trade lower and lower. That's why always wait for extra confirmation. Don't try to catch that bottom and top. As I always say again and again, and I will keep saying it. So here we go. Now we can draw like a trend line. We can make an offset for it to become a channel and so on. But anyway, let's keep it simple for now. Let's draw this trend line. For now, this trend line only connects two swings, right? So we'll be waiting for a third swing to form around it to consider it valid, right? Because for the trend to be valid, it has to connect at least 3 swings. And then we'll enter buy on the last swing high, right? Last swing high, break upward. And yes, basically that's it. I'll keep it simple. I will not dive into lower time frames, as we already have a clear view from H4 time frame. That's it. If you'd like to analyze any specific instrument next, no matter if it's a stock, crypto, index, Forex, we can apply the same trading style on any instrument. Feel free to post in the comment section below. And of course, if you got any idea for my next videos, please let me know. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video.